Welcome back to the wood shop. If you're new here, my name's Brett. Even if you're not new here, my name's still Brett. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to turn this into this. The first thing I need to do is fill in this large crack with colored CA glue, both to stabilize the crack and to hide the lighter wood behind it. Starbond sends these skinny little adapters with their products. They come in real handy in a situation like this. I didn't like how the brown looked, so I ordered a bottle of black CA glue and filled the crack again with black once it arrived a few days later. That looked much better, as you'll see later in this video. Then I hit it with some activator so I could move on to the next step, which is flush trimming the edges so they're even with the middle. This video is part 3 of a series on making these corbels out of aged and weathered barnwood. You can click on the link on screen or scroll down to the description for links to watch those videos after you finish watching this one. I just got half a cup of water and we're going to do half a tablespoon of baking soda. And we'll just let that dissolve. With warm water it dissolves pretty quick. So my goal with this is to get these new cuts in old wood to blend in and all look old and antique like I did with this one. So what I did was add some texture and some color with fire and baking soda. And what the baking soda does is kind of add this background gray color, and that's what I'm going to do down here. I'm not going to do that to anything else, just the bottom, because that's the only area where the new wood from the store is showing. It's on the bottom, so you're not really going to see it too much unless you're really short. And if you're that short, you have other problems. I guess that was a case of tallism or shortism, I'm not sure which. And you know what? I just realized I totally got ahead of myself. I need to texture this first. What are you doing, Brett? Okay, we can still make that happen. The baking soda gave this red oak a kind of greenish gray color, kind of like some of the cheese in my refrigerator. What I'm doing with this Dremel type rotary tool is I'm simulating saw marks with an abrasive disc. This is actually a WEN brand tool that I got for Christmas. It was much cheaper than a Dremel, and it came with a bazillion different attachments. Links for that tool and all the tools I use in each video are found in the descriptions. Just click on Show More. While I'm at it, I might as well texture some other areas. In this spot, I can change the direction of the saw marks and try to hide that glue line. Here I'm extending the crack around the bottom edge with a cutting disc. And now doing the same thing to the top edge. I'm using a rounded rasp to scuff up and round over the edges. Now I can reapply the baking soda stain and it'll get down into all those new grooves I made. While that dries, I just continue around the piece, adding texture where needed to make it look weathered and worn. I need to add some more saw marks to blend these pieces together. I know, a saw should make pretty good saw marks. As I did in the last video, I'm trying not to get too close to the piece with the flame. I just want it to get a little brown, not black. Where's my hammer? If you think I've earned it, I'd appreciate if you gave this video a thumbs up. That way it can spread to more good folks like yourself. The heat caused the gap between the pieces to spread a little bit, so I pulverized some rotten wood from the offcut with my Thor's hammer and pressed the dust into the crevice to fill in the gap. Well, that looks like a match set. Now I'm going to brush on a coat of clear water-based polyurethane and we'll be ready for installation.